Hi, I'm Tracy Soltis, your leading health and nutrition coach and molecular biologist. I've consulted with hundreds of people around the world on their human journey. So if you're a seeker looking for answers, information and knowledge, you'll find it here. Come on a journey with me as I explore the science, the physical body, and the cognitive and energetic space of what it really means to be human. Alrighty, welcome back everybody. And today I've got what maybe a short segment, but who knows what's going to happen. You guys will know now if you look at how many minutes it's actually been recorded for. But I'm hoping it's going to be a short Q&A. So I had a question come in actually from a client over the weekend about alcohol and whether alcohol can have a place in a healthy diet. Oh, this is so tricky, such a tricky one. And so I'm going to do my best to answer this question for you guys, okay? This is going to be quite a really in-depth episode because I am going to keep it real. And so I'm warning you right now, if you're in a vulnerable place, perhaps change to another episode, okay? Because it's going to get real. I have plenty of other hilarious episodes out there, but I think I'm going to have to drop some truth bombs. I can't help it. All right, so let's look at the facts for a second, okay? So experts and professionals out there who are part of our, so-called health panels, although that's questionable at times, say yes, that there is a number of alcoholic drinks that can be drunk each day before serious side effects occur. But serious side effects can still occur, right? I mean, if you have those 2 to 4 standard drinks every day, okay, I'm telling you, it's going to harm your body, isn't it? Right? I mean, if you're having them consistently, even though the guidelines say, yes, you can have X number of drinks per day before serious side effects, are they taking into consideration that someone's actually having them every single day for a long period of time? I don't know. Okay, the body can only cope with so much. And when we drink alcohol, okay, it is our biological instinct to stop functioning on other areas of the body and stop performing other tasks so that we can rid the body of alcoholic toxins. Okay, that's what we're structured to do. I mean, we are in this vessel. The moment that alcohol comes into the body, the natural instinct of the body is to get rid of it. Okay, it doesn't actually lean into it. It goes, whoa, what is this crap? I've got to get rid of it, right? So I don't know, okay? And if we do this every day, if we're doing this 3 or 4 times a week or even once a week, I really do believe that it can cause harm, okay? Even if it's just the recommended safe allowance, okay? So let's look at this, okay? The pros to drinking alcohol. It's fun. It's so much fun, right? Usually it's fun if it's done under the right circumstances, and it's so much fun, but until we fall over, whoops. And trust me, I've been there. I mean, I'm going to say that, yes, I haven't had any alcohol for 4 years. So it depends when you're listening to this episode, but for 4 years, I haven't had any alcohol. Have I partied? Yes. Absolutely. Have I got absolutely shit-faced? Yes. Have I fallen over? Yes. Have I broken chairs? Yes. Have I taken stupid photos in Northbridge, which is our nightclubbing district, planking and all sorts of crazy stuff? Yes. Of course I have, right? Yes, of course I have. But I have so much more understanding now of how alcohol works and how detrimental it is to my body that I just can't drink it. It's an outright boundary for me, and I just say, no, I'm not going to have it. So what are the cons? Okay, because maybe you're going through this as well and you're going, okay, well, what are the reasons to actually stop? Because I have so much fun when I'm drinking alcohol. I have so much fun with my friends. It's such a social thing, okay? But what I want you to consider is why you're drinking to start with, okay? Because what I see a lot of in my office is people trying to band-aid and take the edge off with alcohol, okay? And I've done this myself. I have been guilty of this myself, which is why I stopped drinking nearly 4 years ago, okay? And if you've listened to other episodes, you would know that when I became a new mum, which is fucking hard. It is, let's face it, being a parent and becoming a parent for the first time is not easy. Okay. And so when Charlotte would go to bed, I would have a drink. I got into this routine of, being on WhatsApp with my circle of girlfriends at the time, watching reality TV, drinking, a wine, two glasses of wine, 3 glasses of wine. Actually, I'm lying. I would drink bourbon and Coke, right? Let's just say exactly what it is, because that's exactly what I would do. I would have cans of Jim Beam, okay? Because it was my go-to drink. I really enjoy bourbon and Coke. I love it. So that's what I would be doing, okay? But it's so toxic, because then the next day I would wake up and feel absolutely exhausted and drained. But I was doing it because I was so exhausted and drained and trying to take the edge off by having a little bit of fun at nighttime and gossiping with my friends, that I kept reliving this cycle over and over and over again, okay? And so I would estimate that the majority of people I see in my clinic are using alcohol on a regular basis to cover up something that's hurting them on the inside. So for me, what mine is, I guess, that feeling of failure. I just didn't know, this is all new to me. I needed to take the edge off. It was really hard. I was trying to balance everything, and I felt as though I wasn't succeeding. That's how I felt. I just felt like I wasn't succeeding at anything. I'd become a new mum, and I'm a perfectionist. I was trying to get everything right all of the time. I was trying to be the good wife. I was trying to do the career. I was trying to have a baby as well. And it all just gets too much sometimes. Okay. And that was the thing. So I was masking it with alcohol every night. And then it got to a point where I did wake up and oh my God, what am I doing? I don't want to do this anymore. I literally cannot do this anymore. I'm putting on weight. I feel like shit, every day. I'm not functioning. My energy is really low. I've got to stop this behavior. And I did. And it happens like that sometimes. Sometimes we wake up and we just go, you know what, I've had enough, and that's it. And that's exactly what happened to me. Okay. So alcohol allows an escape. Okay. It masks the pain. It allows us to laugh off, the thing that's bothering us and try to justify it, that we should just get over it. Okay, just get over it. Don't worry about it. Okay, it's fine. Here, have a drink. Have 2 drinks. You'll be fine. You wake up tomorrow. All's good. Sometimes we've got to lean into the crap to actually get a resolution, okay? And that's where the tricky stuff comes in, okay? Deep emotional pain, hurt, sadness, loneliness are things that alcohol can cover up, but it can only cover it up for so long, okay? Some people will unfortunately never grieve the pain and therefore remain within that pain for long periods of time, okay? And some will use alcohol temporarily and then wake up and feel ready to stop and tackle the issue. But we can't force these situations. So if you know someone out there who's struggling with that at the moment, we can't force them. They have to be ready for change. That is what it boils down to. People who aren't ready to change will relapse, okay, because they're forcing themselves into a position where they think that they need to change and they want to change and they want it so desperately, but they're not ready, okay? And you see this time and time and time again with so many different substances, okay? So my question to you is, why are you drinking? Okay, what are you getting from the experience? Are you trying to mask negative feelings, negative emotions, negative experiences, pain, sadness, loneliness? Is there something you need to do to move through what's happening? Okay, are you ready? Are you ready to move through it? Okay, because what's interesting to me, even speaking to adults, is the pressure, okay, the pressure we feel around not drinking in social settings. Yeah, it's so ingrained in our culture to drink so much alcohol that it's really difficult for people to not feel pressured when they go to social gatherings, right? I hear this so much. And it took, I reckon, a year, maybe 2 years for people to stop offering me alcohol at a social event. It's like, do you want to drink? Do you want to drink? No. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. I don't want anything, right? is that whole social pressure of feeling as though you have to fit in. You don't have to fit in. You don't have to do anything. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do, and you are not responsible for how other people react to your decision making. Okay. And this is the thing. Okay. When I decided to stop drinking, right, and I finally had that, epiphany, that moment of clarity of just going, what am I doing? And I knew I was doing the wrong thing, but I had to be ready. And I was like, that's it. Like, I'm not drinking anymore. And I made the decision. And, like for me, like whenever I make a decision, that's it. It's kind of done. Like it's very hard to sway me in any other way. I'm tend to just like really quite straightforward. But I didn't have one single person from that circle of friends that I was drinking with every night actually check in on me. Not one. Isn't that incredible? Like, that just shows you, okay, how like toxic it can be, that the moment that you make a decision to step away from a social circle, what actually happens within the dynamic of the group. It is very, very eye-opening. It's a very, eye-opening situation to be part of, and to really give you some validation and clarity around that you are making the right decision. So when I had made that decision and I moved away from those group of people and was like, I'm not drinking anymore. I've decided to remove myself from, the WhatsApp group and the gossiping and all of this stuff that was going on. Not a single person checked on me. And I thought that was very interesting and very telling of the actual friendships that I had within that circle. Okay, so something to keep in mind about these social demands and social gatherings, okay? Because when we remove ourselves from certain situations and we make space, okay, we make space within our lives, it's amazing how other people come along that are more in tune and more in line with who you are actually start to walk into your life. And that happens all the time. As we evolve and as we move through certain situations, we get clarity, we make space, more amazing things come in, less amazing things move out. Okay, so something to consider there as well. And, biologically, alcohol and mixers add a significantly huge amount of calories to the body, okay? And if we're not working them off, then we're storing them as energy. Okay, so fatty liver is actually one of the most common conditions in people who are drinking too much. And it's because the body doesn't know where to store the energy. So it goes into the liver, the poor little liver, and we need the liver, okay? It does everything. Oh my gosh, I just want to tell you how amazing our liver is, okay? I could talk about the liver all day, but let's just say it's probably one of my favorite I'll just call it the industrial organ of the body, because it gets shit done, okay? It's what cleans your vessel. It gets you where you need to go. But an unhealthy liver is not good for you. It's not good for anybody, okay? We need healthy, clean, beautiful livers so that we can get up and we can do all of the stuff that we want to do. And if we're drinking too much alcohol and we're taking in all of that energy, it has to be stored somewhere, okay? And the liver, unfortunately, does store a lot of that alcoholic fatty tissue, okay? So something to consider. Also, one of the things that I kind of wanted to highlight is that I've never understood why there are parking lots at pubs. Do you ever find that weird? Like, I've been saying this for years, okay? I mean, I've never really been able to work that one out in my brain. When you've had a drink or two and your inhibitions are lowered, right, you would take risks, and then you'll get in your car and you could have an accident. I mean, I say just catch an Uber or a taxi, regardless of how many drinks you think you're going to have. Just don't risk your life or someone else's, okay? But I've never understood why there's car parks or like an actual car lot where like 100 cars can park or more at or behind a pub, right? So you go to a pub to drink, and the social pressures of drinking. So you might go there and go, oh no, I drove, so I'm only going to have one drink. Oh no, come on, just have another one. You're like, oh, okay, no problem. And then you've had 2 drinks. Okay, now inhibitions start to get lower and lower and lower. And we're like, oh, yeah, I'll just have another one. I'll just have another one, right? And then before you know it, you're going, yeah, I can drive. Yeah, I feel fine. And then you hop in your car and you have an accident, or, you put someone's life, at risk. And I've never understood it. I mean, if you're going to drink, then just catch a cab, catch a taxi, catch an Uber, okay, to the place. It doesn't matter how many drinks you think you're going to have when you start. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's what's going to happen during the course of the day or the course of the night, okay? So something to consider there as well. Like, no matter how much I feel we try to excuse alcohol, I struggle to find a way that it's of benefit to our body. Okay, now don't get me wrong, I've had so much fun drinking and partying with friends, but even that, when I look back, I did so much damage to my body. And honestly, I did all that partying because I was masking some of my own issues, yeah? But you have to go through it to work it out. So alcohol can be an awesome experience if it's shared with people in a positive way to enjoy a beautiful human experience, but you've got to listen to your own inner voices. And if there's something in there and you're trying to push it away, okay, or you're trying to push it down, or you're trying to cover it up, then when you're ready, this might need some further exploration, okay? If there's something that resonates with you and you want to stop drinking, reach out for support immediately, okay? There are so many of us in this industry that care for you, okay? Your family, your friends. And admitting that alcohol has become an issue isn't a failure, okay? And those who judge you, well, maybe they're not just worth having in your life, okay? So seek support and know that you can learn a different way. It all works the way it's supposed to, okay? I remember the moment that I stopped drinking and told friends, okay, that I wasn't drinking anymore, and it was really telling of who my friends were and who my friends weren't, okay? That in itself is a massive eye-opener, and perhaps it's time for change, okay? Stepping into the messiness of pain, okay? Breaking cycles, breaking patterns. This is life-changing work, and it's so worth it. Trust me. Like, the more cycles and patterns I break, the more uncomfortable I get and the messier I am, right? Without substances, I'm talking like the messier I lean into all of my stuff, the more my life changes for the better. Okay, the more amazing the people that walk into my life, okay, the higher the frequency of my offerings to others are. Okay, breaking cycles and sometimes leaving toxic friendships are the best things that you can do for yourself. Okay, you deserve to shine. So don't let anybody or anyone or yourself hold you back. Alrighty. I wish this episode could be, yeah, sure, like drink all the alcohol, yeah, get it in there. But it's not. And look, I don't know. I don't know what the experts are thinking. I don't know what the professionals are thinking who make up these standards. They're probably the same people that put those health ratings on foods, who go, if I'm actually going to do a whole episode on those as well, because I'm going to clear some of this up. But alcohol, no, okay, it's not good for you. It doesn't have a healthy benefit for your body, and I don't believe that it can be part of a healthy diet. Can it be part of a healthy human experience? Yes. Yes, it can. If it's a positive human experience and it's not being used to mask something, okay? Yes, it absolutely can be. There's nothing wrong with that. There are many substances out there that heighten our experiences, increase our vibration, increase our energy, give us a chance to break patterns and explore, okay? There's so many different things available in the world to us to help us move through different things on our journey. And alcohol can definitely play a part of that. It's only one of like millions of different things. Okay. So yes, if it's used in the right way for the right reasons, then yes, it can be part of a healthy coexistence on a human journey. But can it be part of a healthy diet? No, I really just don't think so. So there you go. There you have my answer. So if you think that someone else needs to hear this, I know I dropped a few truth bombs or just a few of my own bombs today, and that's fine. Maybe you're like listening to this at the end and you're like, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about, blah, blah, blah. Remember, this is my perspective. It's my journey, it's my perspective, it's my view on things. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong. Okay. It doesn't mean, it sits within my own journey of what I've gone through and how I've lived through the experience. It doesn't mean that's your experience or anybody else's experience. It's just my own. And so it's all information. So I encourage you to take on anything that's incoming to you, any information that comes your way. Hold it as information and don't look at it as right or wrong, but just information that gives you an opportunity to reflect. Okay. And so use it as an opportunity to reflect. Maybe it won't resonate with you. Maybe all of it resonates with you and you're ready to make change. And that's great. So reach out. And if there is someone that you know who needs to hear this information, then definitely share this episode. Okay. Share it with your family and friends. Leave a 5-star review. Send me more questions. Okay, that I can answer. I love that. And I've got a few workshops coming up as well. So September 4, Divine Feminine Flow, Women's Cycle Awareness. Check that out on Eventbrite. I've got women's circles coming out during the full moon phase for the rest of the year. So check those out on Eventbrite. And anyway, until next time, take care and I'll speak to you later. Bye.
The information, views and opinions expressed on this podcast should not be used or treated as a substitute for nutritional, medical, psychological or other advice by a qualified medical health professional. Hosts and guests on the podcast express their own opinions, experiences and conclusions, and nothing on the podcast should be used to diagnose, treat, cure or prevent any medical conditions. The podcast is not intended to replace any medical or mental health treatment. All information and advice provided is for general well-being and does not take individual cases into consideration. Neither Tracy Saltis, guests on the podcast, or any sponsors endorse the opinions, views or conclusions expressed or shared on the podcast. Tracy Saltis takes no responsibility for any symptoms or consequences as a direct or indirect result of this podcast.